What's happening, everybody? It is Friday afternoon here, 3 o'clock Central Time in Chicago. We have got Noche UFC tomorrow night. Great card taking place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, headlined by Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. The rematch and new Alexa Grasso going up against the greatest of all time from the featherweight division. So very interesting main event here. We've got 11 fights on this card. I have entitled this card UFC Noche Juiced to the Tits because these lines are juiced to the tits, everybody. It's craziness right now to see Josephine Knudsen sitting around minus 800, to see Charlie the Cannibal Campbell minus 550. Raul Rosas Jr. is around minus 800. Lupi Godinez is like around minus 450 or something like that. We've got some really, really fat lines here. So it was tough putting together a greasy four-legger that it was going to be plus money this week. But we did it, man. We've got a good fat plus money number on this one. It's better than plus 500 right now on DraftKings Sportsbook. So let's get right into it, you guys. We're going to start with leg number one, and it is going to be Tracy Cortez to win by decision. You guys know I'm a big fan of Tracy Cortez's wrestling. She's very heavy on top. She's really good with her submission defense, and I believe that her striking, not only in the numbers does it bear out that she's a little bit better in the striking than Jasmine Jasdavicius, but we know that Tracy Cortez has been successfully wrestling since day one of her MMA career. She's been with Fight Ready since day one of her professional career. So she's always been in the room with, the Cejudo brothers, with Santino DeFranco, with Eddie Cha, all these great coaches and teammates that she has there. Jasmine has looked very good with her wrestling, but I do believe that Tracy's going to be the better wrestler. I believe that she's the more experienced pro here. I think that she's fought the better brand of competition at the UFC level. And I do believe that she's the better striker at distance as well. So let me share my screen with you guys here. And we are going to go over to DraftKings here. And we will start up on top with winning method, which is right next to fight lines. And right there, we're going to scroll down to Tracy Cortez to win by decision at plus 120 is going to be the first leg of this parlay. And also, I want to bring to your attention that the over 2.5 rounds in this fight right now on DraftKings is minus 475. This is literally the biggest over 2.5 rounds line that I have ever seen in any UFC fight. So why not get Tracy's Cortez money line from minus 125 up to plus 120 if the books are telling us that there's like an 80 to 83% chance that this thing sees the scorecards. All 8 of these ladies combined UFC fights have seen the scorecards. They're both good with submission defense. They're both very durable, and they've both got great gas tanks. So I feel like this fight's going the full 15. This getting Tracy down to plus 120 from minus 125 really does fatten up this parlay. It's a good difference in implied probability here. So yeah, leg number one, Tracy Cortez to win by decision. Leg number two is going to be the fight to start round 2. Yes, for Josh Friend versus Roman Kopylov here at minus 250 on DraftKings Sportsbook. If we look at this on the prop template, this is a fat trifecta bet on my prop template. 71.43% implied probability here at minus 250 for this fight to go over. About 72.5% of middleweight fights do start round 2. So that's actually 1% better than the price that we're paying here. But Kopylov, all 5 of his UFC fights have seen round 2. And for Fremd, it's all 4. 9 of their 9 combined UFC fights have seen round 2. So we're getting big discounts here, only paying 71% compared to the 100% covering ratio here in a 9-fight sample size. So positive 1 here, positive 28 here, positive 27 here. This is what we call a plus EV juiced leg. This is something that hasn't been pushed to minus 400, minus 500 yet. We know that Kopylov's a little bit of a slow starter. He is a little bit low volume at first, but it takes him a little bit to get his reads going. Once he's got those reads, he starts planting his feet. he starts throwing with power and he starts finding those knockout shots, but it always does take him a little bit to do that. As a matter of fact, even on the regional scene, 5 of 6 of Hopolov's fights went to round 2. So, yeah, we're looking for this one to start round 2. This leg at minus 250 is a nice safe leg, and it gets us 2 legs deep here. So we're going to go up here to round props, which is fight lines, winning method, fight parlays, fight props, round props. To start round X, we're going to scroll down here to Hopolov versus Fremd. Fight to start round 2, yes, minus 250. That brings our parlay up to plus 208 for 2 legs here. Leg number 3, the over 1.5 rounds for Jack Della Maddalena versus Kevin Holland. So let me go here. We're going to go right back to fight lines. And we're going to go to alternative total rounds. Scroll down to the co-main event here. Over 1.5 rounds at minus 175. This is a play on the durability of both of these guys. Kevin Holland is extremely durable. He's never been knocked out in his professional career. He does have a knockout loss listed against Stephen Thompson. Came after round 4, and it was a doctor's stoppage due to a broken hand. Nobody's knocking out Kevin Holland. Now, I'm not saying Jack Della Maddalena can't do it because he's a phenomenal boxer, but I'm not sure if we're going to see the best version of Jack here. Last one to the scales, used all of the time necessary, needed the box to make weight. My guy Eli, a Kiwi from New Zealand who was in Sydney last week for the Eternal MMA card, which took place on Thursday night, said he saw Jack Della Maddalena still there Thursday night in Sydney, Australia. That would be 8 days before weigh-in, ladies and gentlemen. 8 days before today, seen there eating hamburgers, according to my guy Eli. So, this is one that he got to the United States late, and looks like maybe he didn't have the best weight cut here. I'm liking this one to go over 1.5 rounds at minus 175. Maddalena really doesn't get finished anytime recently. I think he's been finished in both of his professional losses, but they're a long time ago. Once by submission, once by knockout, but they were at the beginning of his career, like almost 7 years ago. Kevin Holland has only been knocked out once on paper, but that was the broken hand. He's been submitted a couple of times, but Jack Della is not really a submission grappler that we have to worry about getting Kevin Holland out of there. So if these guys are going to stand and bang, and they're both extremely durable, why not shoot for this over 1.5 rounds at minus 175? If we take a look at this prop, we are going to see that, these guys have only went over 1.5 rounds in 20 fights, 9 out of 20 times, 45%. But we got to remember, this is mostly them finishing other dudes or getting finished by submission in Kevin Holland's case a couple of times. But, now that they're facing off against more durable fighters here, I think that this one will go over. And we see that 66.5% of welterweight fights do go over 1.5 rounds, while we're only paying 63% on the line and getting 2 very durable guys. So, yes, leg number 3, minus 175. So that brings us to leg number 4, a nice fat leg that we can hedge out on should the first 3 legs cash. And it's going to be the fight to start round 4. Yes, for Grasso versus Shevchenko here in the main event. Now, you can either go the over 2.5 route here at minus 350. That'll bring the parlay up to plus 522. That's a little bit safer. It's 2.5 less minutes that you have to survive for this fight to go over that mark. But if we go here to the fight starts round 4, which is also going to be here in the round props, fight to start round 4, yes, minus 280, brings it up to 556. So if we look at the prop template here, it's a fairly priced line here for fight starts round 4 at minus 280. We're overpaying by about 2.25%. That's our VIG on half the line. And we're overpaying by about 2.26% here. 71% of their combined 5-round fights out of 14 have started round 4. And I kind of felt like the finish last time was a little bit of a fluke. It was a mistake by Shevchenko. She gave up her back, and then she got choked out. But I kind of feel like this one is going to go to decision. But with fight starts round 4 at minus 280, it gives us enough implied probability that we can fatten up the line a little bit, get us to plus 556 here on DraftKings Sportsbook. It's a fairly safe parlay here. A lot of overs, 3 overs. I don't like that, but if we're going to go for overs, let's go for them in the big cage in front of live crowds where there might be a little bit of nerves, where it might take these guys, where these guys might be a little more tentative at the beginning of fights. Look for their reads, take their time, because the stakes are higher whenever there's a live crowd, whenever there's a pay-per-view event, which is, this isn't pay-per-view, but it's going to be like a pay-per-view with the live crowd, with the championship fight headlining it. So yeah, you guys, this is a good one here at plus 556. We cashed last week at plus 636 thanks to a really good parlay where we got all the legs to work out. Manel Kopp cashed for us. Gabriel Miranda cashed for us. Fight goes to decision for Hack Parast cashed for us. And Justin Tafa cashed for us. So we're looking to make it 2 in a row here. 10 out of the last 12 legs over the last 3 Greasy 4-leg parlays have cashed. So I'm looking to keep it safe here, looking to keep grinding, looking to keep turning half units into 3 units here for you guys on Saturday. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. We've got my guy TH first in the room saying, "Oi, let's catch him, Weezy." What's up, TH? Good to see you hanging out in here. We got the Cuban Assassin in the room saying, "What it do, Weezy? Bet you Keith Peterson puts on a tequila drinking clinic after the fights tomorrow and signs the punk version of La Bamba and calls everyone amigo all night." I could completely see that. I could also completely see him putting on a tequila drinking clinic before his duties as referee and then completely fucking up a stoppage like he did in the Dan Argueta fight against Ronnie Lawrence when he drunkenly tripped and fell onto the hand that was just about to tap for Ronnie Lawrence. You gotta love our guy Keith Peterson, and hopefully he's in Vegas doing what he does best, smoking with cigarettes and getting shit-faced. Gotta love to see a Cuban Assassin. We got Cole Stein in the room saying, "Weezy, let's stack tickets this weekend. Let's get it, man." We've got Kenneth Wall saying, "Greeting from the lands of smiles." Here it's 3 a.m. in the morning. My word, Ken. Hopefully you're having a great night. Hopefully we all stack cash tickets like flapjacks tomorrow. Hopefully this Greasy 4-legger cashes. Did you watch one Muay Thai today? Silky B is asking Kenneth. And Zero Miedo is saying, "Agreed." What's up, Zero Miedo? Good to see you hanging out in here. We got Brandon Stelly saying, "Weezy, F baby," and the F is for flapjacks. Let's go, Brandon. And we got AWMD saying, "Oi, what is happening, man?" We got Kenny saying, "Yes, Fridays are always Muay Thai for me in that part of the world." Watching one, that's pretty kick-ass. I hope it was a good show. We got Kristen saying, "Hi, Weezy." What's up, Kristen? Good to see you hanging out in here. We got Pickle Kush in the room saying, "Oi, let's get Greasy." I saw Frem saying, "Don't be surprised if he gets a sneaky knockout." Sounded like he wanted to test his striking against Kopylov. Yeah, Frem's a decent striker, but I think he'd be smart to say that he wants to test his striking against Kopylov and then just go out there and wrestle. Because, I mean, we all know where Kopylov does his best work. It's on the feet at distance striking range. So why let him fight there? We'll see what he does, but going to be a very fun fight, I think, either way. I've got a unit on Frem's money line at plus 285. I'm hoping that he takes that clinch path, that grappling path, that grinder's path to making it a very uncomfortable fight for Kopylov. If he does that, I think he's got a good chance of cashing that bet. We got my guy Swinger in the room saying, "Let's stack them like flapjacks. Let's go." We got MMA Jesus in the room saying, "What's up, dude? Good to see you hanging out in here, brother." Mark Frost hanging out. We got the Fist there. What's up, Mark? Good to see you hanging out in here. NGHI Dwong in the room saying, "Oi, what is up, dude?" Silky B saying, "Always a pleasure. Viva Mexico, cabrones." What is happening, man? We got Robert Saladino saying, "What is the parlay?" It is Tracy Cortez to win by decision at plus 120. It's fight to start round 2. Yes. Fremd versus Kopylov, minus 250. We got over 1.5 rounds for Holland versus Madalena, minus 175. We've got fight to start round 4. Yes, Grasso, Shevchenko. All those come out to plus 556 on DraftKings Sportsbook, my man. Let's see what we got here. We got Colby Saul in the room saying, Uncle Weezy, let's cash this 4-legger. Let's make it 2 in a row, baby. That's what this one is all about. And we got my guy Real Fight Picks in the room saying, hola, tío Weezy, buenas tardes. Good to see you in here, my man. Let's enjoy these fights. And my guy Robert Saladino saying he's in, man. He's going to be joining us. He's going to be tailing on this one. And hopefully we'll be all cashing this plus 556 to make Noche UFC one of these cards that we all stack cashed tickets like flapjacks. Yeah, and I saw this, dude. I saw that Pat Miletich got arrested this morning, 3rd DUI, and Brunson got released. And I think Miletich is supposed to be fighting Mike Jackson this week. So, yeah, unfortunate that Pat got that DUI. Wow, especially on fight week for him too. So, yeah, and then Brunson got released. Yeah, he was supposed to fight somebody. He pulled out of the fight, and then Brunson got released. So I'd be interested to hear what the story was behind that. Shame, because Brunson, always one of my favorite fighters. I cashed so many underdog bets on Derek Brunson because I knew he could wrestle. Really fun guy to watch fight, man. I'm going to miss him. But hopefully the next chapter in his life is a little bit easier than getting into a cage and fighting grown men for a living. And my guy Duong here saying, smash that like button. Do that for me, man. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below. And please consider joining the Patreon, where you get access to the prop template for $20 a month, where you get access to the advanced stats for $10 a month, where it's the best place to support my work and make sure that I continue showing up here on YouTube for free, giving out all this good free content for you guys so that we can all stack cashed tickets like flapjacks together, betting on the UFC. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for hanging out today. Let's all have fun watching these fights. Can't wait for Noche UFC. Do I ever bet against the stats and versus a gut feeling? For sure I do. Yeah, sometimes I do. Like, even if you look at the over 1.5 rounds here, you know, it's telling me that I'm overpaying by 18% and I'm overpaying by 21%, and I'm only getting a 2.84% break against the benchmark for the division. But what I'm saying is that I know Kevin Holland is durable. I know that Jack Della Maddalena is durable, and all I need is 7.5 minutes. So if I'm getting a 2.84% break over that benchmark for the division, and I'm getting two very, very durable fighters who have no quit in them, I feel like I've got a really good chance to cash that over 1.5 bet. So yeah, I am betting in the face of the statistics there, but there are things that the statistics don't necessarily bear out, and that could be the durability of two fighters who finish offensively but don't get finished when they lose. So that's what we're looking. Dude, that under is crazy, man. I mean, like, I've never seen an under that fat for any fight in the history of the UFC since I've been gambling. And yeah, I think potentially she can get a sub. You know what I like, bet MMA Jesus? I like the Tracy Cortez finish only prop at minus 115, I believe it is. Let's see what it is. If we go to fight lines and we go to finish only, Tracy Cortez minus 135 on there, but here on Bet Online, she's only minus 115 for the finish only prop. And I'm going to bet that. I'm going to bet 1.15 units on that finish only prop. But yeah, this is where you check out the Patreon. This is where you get access to all the stats and analytics and benchmarks that I've compiled over the years. And also my guy, MMA Jesus, has got JDM via KO. Let's hope that it is not under 7.5 minutes for the sake of this parlay, my man. And Robert Saladino says Jazz is so durable, though. Yeah, she is. She's very, very durable. That's why I think it goes to decision. But the best way to get to finish somebody that's durable is to submit them, because you, like my guy Liam Picks Fights says, you can't tough guy a choke. You need to be able to breathe in order to be able to fight. So, hey, You guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up on your way out, hit that subscribe. Please consider joining the Patreon where you get access to all my analytics and statistics and where you can support my work. And let's have fun watching the fights, and let's stack cash tickets like flapjacks for Noche UFC. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Sunday on Pub Sports Radio for Stat Diggers.